All right, what's going on, everybody? Is your boy Patey Pips. We are doing a midweek top-down analysis, see where we are in the market. NFP is in 2 days. Kind of want to see what our probabilities might be. So we are going to get into it. All right, let's go into a different chart real quick. And then let's go to the DXY. All right, so DXY. And of course, we like to start it off on the weekly. And here's what we're looking at. Right now, we're getting a reaction off the weekly point of control. We've marked this off from, I believe, a 4-hour perspective. Back here, let's see, it was maybe a daily perspective where this was a strong area either way. Let's see if we can bring this up right here. Perfect. There's a monthly right here, and then at one point there was a weekly weekly point of control that we hit right here. So we go right there, boom. We just came into it, hit that, and we're moving off that. So I'm gonna delete that now. This is the only thing below us that I'm seeing that I think we could potentially come back down to hit again before making another move to the upside. So there is still, like I said, this area right here, and this would be you'd be able to see it on the daily right here. It's a monthly liquidity area that price could still come down all the way here and all the way. Yeah, I mean, the first one's here. Second one will be all the way down here. So we're still I'm kind of worried about this one. The reason why I think price could still make a move to the downside one more time. Okay, there's a couple reasons. Number one is we have this monthly point of control, this monthly liquidity sitting here. Number two, this bearish candle closed extremely bearish, and we just retraced it and kind of closed with a wick. The way it closed makes me feel that there could just be one more move down. I mean, the possibilities of it going down versus up in this uptrend, you got to kind of think maybe more up than down. But recent price action is kind of telling me maybe we still have another shot down. I think there's going to be a lot of people trying to buy the dollar early, it just getting caught up in the mix of things. So let's go down into like the 4-hour and really start to read the momentum and read the volume a little bit deeper. Okay, so we know this monthly point of control is here. We know that it still could tag deeper into that. We know that this is pretty much a zone, more or less like a important zone. I guess I'll just keep it on the chart. But if we're playing fibs, we could be playing it from here to here, and we've already reacted off the 78.6, or we could bring it down here and the 78.6 has not been hit yet. Me personally, I'm going to be putting my fib here, and I'm going to be expecting the market to make one more leg down. And the reason being is just simply off of reading my indicators and reading the market. Okay. If you're a EMA person, you should still be bearish based off of your moving averages, right? The market is currently making lower lows and lower highs on the 4-hour, and it is beneath the 50 EMA. Also, the momentum is converging to the downside. Every wave is making new momentum waves down. Also, my trend line is bearish. So everything technically on the 4-hour is telling me that there's going to be at least one more wave. What would be perfect for me in my strategy, momentum wise, right now we're getting convergence. So this is telling me we should see another wave down in price. Okay, if price makes another wave down, it will come into these prices I really want to buy from. And I would expect the momentum to begin to diverge at that point. This would line up with the NFP. Okay, so we get one more wave down for the dollar. price comes in and takes out these equal lows, comes into the 78.6, comes into this monthly point of control, and then has a reversal. Okay, that's ultimately what I'm going to be waiting for. If I take any bullish shots at the dollar before that, it will be very lower time frame, and it will be you know, just half risk. Okay, the volume on this move up isn't really showing me a whole lot of effort there, so I'm not too, you know, convinced at this move up just yet. Now, if I go on to the 1 hour, will I possibly try at this move? It's a possibility, right? But ultimately, I do think it's going to fail, and we're going to see something like this and then a move up. If we get all of this happens, this would be the biggest confirmation move of, this would be the best setup to wait for. Ultimately, if you could just wait for this, you'd have a higher confirmation than anything. I'm probably going to play around a little bit to see, you know, because you never know with NFP. That's the thing. You never really know. So that's why I might take a half risk right here, because it could just, everything could start to get priced in before. I ultimately think the dollar is going to go up again. Just every news event, I think the dollar is probably going to make a move to the upside. So yeah, the dollar is technically correcting. Okay, I'm spending a lot of time on the dollar right now, as you can see. So one or two things are going to happen. We're going to try to play this. If that fails, which a failed move would be kind of like this, we're going to ultimately be looking for another shot, right? So two shots. One, we'll mark it off with it. Two shots, one and then two. Both of those fail. Hey, I really honestly will be looking for buys again down here. I'm very bullish on the dollar macro wise. If there's an impulsive move to the downside, and maybe this even is impulsive enough to possibly look for a bearish move here. If this just, I have to look at this opportunity as well, because say this just continues to kind of move up from here. Well, there's a lot of liquidity, a lot of volume just sitting right here, a lot of supply right there, where I could also see there being some type of divergence coming into the market here if this just continues to kind of wave out to the upside. So that would be the a possibility for a short right here. Okay, so I do see a lot of liquidity there, and then ultimately there's still the supply up there. So there's a lot of opportunities with the dollar. Go back and watch the replay of this, because I don't like keeping a whole lot of stuff on my charts, but there's a lot of opportunities for the dollar for us to play tomorrow. Let's go look at EU or the euro. And I don't have any water, so this is going to be a hilarious. Okay. Ooh, very interesting. I don't think that the yearly point of control was right here. I'll have to go look back at another chart that I use, but it looks like maybe the yearly point of control has moved down to like where price is currently at. I'm just going to go ahead and just mark this off, because that's, you don't see that very often. It's very cool. So I think that means we should look for this to hold, honestly, until it breaks. Now, if it breaks, that's a big deal, because then if it holds, we're going to see something like this happen, right? So what I marked off is a very important, it's the most important volume level of the year. You can see how there has been August and September. This is also important volume levels. So usually I mark off it like with a line. I'm just using kind of more broad levels right here. You can see the 50 EMA, you can see the channel. So right now, you got to, in my opinion, you need to be very bearish the euro because until price shows you otherwise. Right now, it's at a discounted price up at the top of the channel, rejecting off of a bunch of volume levels. If there's an intraday opportunity, it looks perfect to me, right? And I think it's not quite ready, to be honest. Just in my full opinion, the momentum is still converging up. Okay, I think there's going to be one more pump out, and then we're going to get that sharp move down. That's what I think is going to happen. Will I wait for it? I will play that no matter what, with a lot of confidence. This is what I'm going to play with half risk. So there's an opportunity that this area can hold, right? We've got it marked off already. This big O area, we've got it marked off. And all we can kind of guess maybe or hope is that it holds here at the top and maybe get a shot at this right here. You know, putting our stop right there. And this is a more of a swing play, but it would work, you know, top of the channel holding, bringing it back down to the bottom of the channel, right? And I don't love the 50 EMA. It's not really my bread and butter. I just have it on the chart right now, guys. And I'm not going to take it off. But this ultimately for EU, if you trade Euro USD, it's the same exact setup, okay? You could maybe, if you want to, bring your fib to right here on this wick. Doesn't really matter. But this is what I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to play it. If I'm wrong, then what I'm going to look for is I'm going to look for this fib to extend to my divergence fib, take out this liquidity to the left over here and hit this supply zone and then drop. So I would play this again for the divergence. All right, let's go to the pound. Pound has been trippy. Give me 1 second. I need to get something to drink. All right. The pound has been weird. Yeah, I think personally you should stay away from the pound if any of them. It's been moving more volatile, a little bit harder to read. It's rejecting off these 2020 lows though. You had this crazy volume come in right here. Like I'm saying, it's a little bit harder to read, I think personally, but there is a shorting opportunity here. So, I mean, if you're risky, here it is, right? It's hit the 2020 lows and rejected. Let's go to the 4 hour because there's really nothing to see other than that. And it's hit these. I can delete that. There's still this monthly point of control. There's still volume to the upside that it needs to hit. I think there's one more pump up on everything, guys. I think there's one more pump up on everything. But this type of volume right there on all of this move up is showing weakness. This move up to me doesn't look like it's going to last. I think we are going to eventually see this come back down. But when it comes back down here, this might hold. I think this is going to be an area to look for a possible swing buy on the pound because of the sharp V that it made. That sometimes ends up being very much of a bottom pattern. And with the volume coming up right here, that regardless, this is telling me this is fake move up. But this move down, it could send another move up easily. Let's watch for this definitely. And here's another opportunity, just like EU, you could take this as well. I personally just think there's going to be one more pump on everything, but it's the same situation. And it actually lines up really good with both of the 78 sixes. So that's really, you don't see that often. It makes me want to trade it. So it's like a swing, intraday swing inside of a big swing. But ultimately, guys, I hate that I'm only gonna put half on this because I still can make like 3%, because I still really think that boom is coming. If that happens, then we're trying again. It doesn't even matter. Okay. I'm probably not going to mess with the AUD. Yeah, you see how sideways the AUD is? Garbage. Let's go to the daily on it, and it is hitting a nice level. So we will talk about that. It's hitting the 61.8 of this impulse, unlike all the other ones. So the pound, has made complete new lows. The euro has made complete new lows. The Aussie has not even gotten close to that. So there's the divergence in that. There's the strength in the AUD that we need to understand. It's at the 61.8 and it is struggling to break below it on a daily swing. So that's another thing. We're in this range and it's actually struggling to break lower lows. It's not really my type of play right here. But if we see an impulsive move out of this range, and I'm talking impulsive move, I might be interested in the move up. Only because it would genuinely make the next wave symbol right here. There's the N, and then it would do the W. So that would be kind of dope. But, and here's like the N, and it would do the W possibly. But this would be an area of supply. So if it gets there first, just like a straight shot, that would I might not want to play that. But if it does like this, doesn't get there yet, then I would expect it to get there. Right. And ultimately still there's supply all around this sucker still. I would have to really assess things up there. Right now though, yeah, there's no play on this. You could maybe argue the Wyckoff accumulation here. And that's why I'm saying if we break out with some volume, then we should really look for a low volume pullback to take a move to the upside. But I guess you could draw a little trend line here on the Aussie and maybe try to play some convergence on a 61.8 and a bullish trend line right there. I'm not that guy. Trust me, I'm not that guy. You're not that guy. 1 week. Let's see what this looks like really quick on the weekly. And it's hitting some type of weekly point of control. This is a monthly point of control from all the way. This is a yearly point of control. Let's make that correct. Yearly point of control from this year. Let's go to the daily. It's not much. This is nothing. This might be nothing. Let's go to the 4 hour. This isn't telling me much because it's so sideways. I'm going to delete this. Yeah, this is an ugly pair. Don't really want to trade it. Right. Where's the 4 hour? Why isn't it showing me this? I'm on the 4 day. Oh yeah. It's not going to show me shit on the 4 day. Yeah, it's a little too sideways. The Swiss franc, no, there, I don't have nothing for us on this one, guys. Things you just stay away from it on the 1 hour. Yeah, I think if anything, this would be an area that we should look forward to sell off at since there was so much supply here. I would expect it to sell off here. So I'm gonna put an alert, maybe I'm gonna say like yearly POC possible sell off. Yeah, I don't know. That's the only thing I'm seeing really. And it would make sense. This kind of looks like it wants to come up, form some divergence. That would be dope. Here's an area of liquidity, you could say, right here. And so come take all that and then drop. Not interested in it though, that much at all. That or the Aussie. This is what I'm a little bit more interested in, the yen. See what the weekly looks like really quick. Last week, that divergence here, nothing really to look at. And on the daily, it's starting to go just super sideways. I'm probably gonna just wait for it to bust out, but I do expect it to move bullish. Once it does break some structure, I will expect a move like this. And ultimately, I expect this move here to kind of extend all the way up into these areas. So from here to here, it's kind of where I'm expecting price to come back into these old all-time highs, back into the monthly point of control. Here's another area it might stop at, but kind of this impulse retracement, it's holding. They had some manipulation, move up. I'm seeing this easily. Let's go to the 1 hour. And I did call a trade in the premium channel on UJ. It's a swing. It's in profit. Yeah, this is all I'm seeing if I'm playing something with this, but I'm not. I'm going to wait for this thing to kind of make another impulsive move and then play the retracement. I want to see an actual impulse right here. So here's my MACD, and there's just kind of going sideways. I need to see it break above here big time, and then I'll play the next move. Very simple, very easy. All right. Gold is freaking, gold's tripping me out. I'll be honest. Gold's, look, this level will not hold. I'm a liar. So for the longest time, not really, let's see. It broke through and it didn't hold. It didn't hold, and then boom, it broke above. So now I'm wrong. That's cool. Let's see how wrong I am. Let's go to the weekly, and we're back above this damn level. And at this point, we got to be relatively, in my opinion, relatively bullish. Here's a yearly point of control. I'm just going to mark off templates, yearly POC. And yeah, I'm gonna have to be a little bullish right here. We're already into the week with this big O candle. Now, if NFP hits and this thing just starts to sink, now that's gonna be hilarious, and it's gonna leave a wick, and then this level will not hold, will work. But at this point, it's holding. I mean, a couple days above it, it's holding. So I'm gonna delete that. It's all good. We're going to look at this from a different point of view real quick. We did have the divergence showing that this had an opportunity to come back into the 50 EMA as it did. I still want to look at this as a bearish opportunity because it is obviously failing to make highs every time it does make a move up. So yeah, I would have to expect that regardless. Every time it moves up, it moves down. So here we go. I'm going to be looking for bearish divergence on the lower time frame on gold. And right now there is none on the 4 hour. So this is still going up. Volume is starting to decrease though. Coming into some important areas, we have a, let's see, here's a, it looks like a monthly POC and a weekly point of control. So the 78.6 is really going to be the spot for me probably. On the 1 hour, there's definitely some volume or some momentum divergence. Let's see. It's got one more move up for show because it came back into the 50 EMA, rejected it, and starting to move up. So here to here, I'm looking for a drop on that. Let's see, divergence fib. Somewhere around here on gold. I don't like trading gold around the NFPs, but yeah, if I see 3-wave divergence on gold on the 1 hour, I'm going to be shorting it right here for a move back into this 50 EMA. And then a longer term, I would like to see it come up here and then sell off pretty lethargically, like how it does sometimes. Let's see if it starts to just sell off here, which it very well could, I guess. I'm not going to short it, but it could. And it gets down into this level, that's an opportunity to buy, or all the way down in here is an opportunity to buy. I probably would wait for it. I mean, no, I'm going to look for buys if it comes into here first. And then I'm going to look for sells if it comes up here first. So it's pretty easy for me. Divergence fib. Okay. Silver has the confirm. Oh, okay. So silver is my confirmation. And damn, it smacked the 78.6 and moved up. So I'm actually a little bit bullish, more bullish than I was. So when silver's going to be the play now, guys. It's not about gold anymore. Y'all need to, we're going to play silver now because silver's the one that's moving. Once silver gets back down into the 78.6, hopefully it does something just like this, and we'll be looking for that move right there. This looks like good momentum, good volume, good just everything. Let me see the daily or weekly on this thing. Yeah, it respected the 61.8 on a weekly. It is coming into this 50 EMA. We probably will see somewhat of a rejection coming into this level, though. I mean, if it, yeah, we're definitely going to see something happen here. Let's go to the. We could look for shorts back into this. But there's no divergence. I would wait for that. So that is a possibility, though. If it does come up one more time, I will look for that divergence opportunity on silver because silver is the one that's moving. Silver is the one that's moving. It comes up here into this supply. There's no way this momentum is going to catch it. There's definitely going to be momentum divergence and going to be an opportunity for short. If it just shorts off here, then I'm going to look for buys right there. So I'm going to put an alert here to buy silver. And I usually don't care about silver like that, but that makes me want to go look at gold one more time. And that's going to make me want to look to buy gold here. as well, which lines up right at that liquidity. So that makes sense to me. And we'll probably wait on this move or play it like a scalp. Still look for that short up here with the divergence. That's lining up. Everything's lining up. Okay, crude oil is moving off of this demand area. Let's see the weekly candle, what it looks like. Oof, big weekly candle. And it's at the yearly point of control. So something could happen right here. Let's go to the daily. Something could happen big right here on oil. I'm looking for this to create the inverted head and shoulders at this point. It's in an it hit the 78.6. First of all, it hit the 702, then the 78.6 and moved. I'm gonna expect a rejection here as it is starting to flatten out on the momentum here. Volume though is picking up, 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 up. So we should see correction and then move up. We should. And it might not even correct a lot. It might not correct as deep as I would like to. There's a gap here. There's volume here, but it might not. It might just keep going. If it does keep going, it's probably an opportunity to short it. But I don't love trading oil, so I'm going to keep that. That's to the oil people, but here we go. If it gets up in here and there's still divergence on the momentum, I think there's no doubt in my mind it's going to start to correct. But this type of volume moves are very, very nice to see for continuation. Okay, silver S&P or the what's it called? VIX. So the VIX is struggling to, move up any higher than, I guess it got 32.7. It's not wanting to break this supply up here. At this point, I'm going to expect it to hold this middle ground, and then make another move up. So it still has to get there. So yes, I'm expecting this to move down still a little bit, which means the indices are probably going to move up a little bit more. So, but once this gets down to here, I'm going to expect it to hold and then move up. Maybe a little bit lower and then move up. I highly doubt this gets filled. I mean, look at this gap, never got filled. Gap never got filled down here either. This closed right here and it never got filled. So, I mean, gaps don't always have to get filled, guys. What this is showing me though, price action and indicator wise and just technicals wise, is we've been in a range for 2 years now. This has been the absolute high. This has been the absolute low. Right now, we're kind of more or less in this type of a range, being in right here. But this is the middle, and in the middle of the range, you need to expect it to either hold or break. I'm expecting a hold and then a move up. My indicators are showing that we're converging to the upside on each wave. So on the next wave, we should get another move to the upside. The volume increased as the price increased, and the volume is decreasing as price is decreasing. So everything to me is kind of showing that we should make another move to the upside on the VIX, which should bring these guys to the downside eventually. Now, nothing in the world is looking bearish on this right now, except if you know how to read volume, guys. So if you know anything about volume, you should be able to be sniffing this out like a freaking dog. Okay, the low volume on these moves up is telling the story. All right. Yes, this is extreme moves. I see this, but it's very low volume comparative to the bears. So what that's telling, and let's look at all of them. Let's make sure they're all kind of like that. NASDAQ's a little higher, but lower than the bears still. And S&P is hilarious, lower than the bears. All right, so they're all like that, but we're going to focus on the S&P. because it looks the cleanest in my opinion. I believe they're going to continue to swing down. Let's look at the weekly. Okay, right now we are crushing last week's candle, and that's cool. That look at the volume though of the previous weeks. I want to see what this volume looks like. I bet it's not even going to get close. This is going to be so key to being able to sniff this shit out. Okay. The end of the week volume, we're really going to be able to see what's good, because if we get this time, I even hope it goes higher. Okay. If we get that type of fucking candle with this type of low volume, we will know that this is just a fake move, similar to what we saw on this candle. Okay. This candle, low volume, it was fake. Yes, the market did rally, but we ultimately knew it was going to come through again because it was just fake moves. Could do the same thing. Okay, this is a yearly point of control that we need to mark off. And I need to continue to keep these marked, but I just be keeping clean ass charts all the time. Okay, let's go on to the daily now. And you can see where the yearly point of control is, where we've had basically two of the biggest, three of the biggest, 4, 5 of the biggest days, right? So when price comes back into that, we're gonna be looking for shorts. I don't want to hear it from nobody. We're looking for shorts big, right? And then here's a monthly point of control from last month that we might even look for a scalp right then and there. Okay. But really, this is what I'm going to be playing. For my swing opportunity, I'm not going to necessarily wait for that yearly point of control, and I'm not going to enter too early on that monthly point of control. I'm playing this 78.6 right in the supply, and putting my stop right here and expecting this to ultimately make a new low, because the Fed hasn't changed course yet. Fed has not changed course yet. All right, 4-hour is showing me, let's see, 4-hour showing me bulls, bulls, bulls. So with this momentum, I know the volume isn't too much. And in fact, I got a headache or some shit, man. My eyes is killing me. I'm going to be looking for this move. That's what I'm doing. Straight up, the market took out these lows and made it instant move to the upside. So when it comes back, I'm going to look for this. Now, if it creeps up here first, well, then I'll look for the short. Okay, because there is this here as well, which is a weekly point of control. And, there's an opportunity for a fib almost right where we're at. I see that. I'm waiting for the bigger, more macro fib to hit. Honestly, that's just me. And then there's another weekly point of control right here, right? So there's tons of liquidity, just boom, 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 all right here. Okay. So if the market gets into that area with divergence, and we can go to the 1-hour now, and we can start to see that the momentum is starting to slow down on the indicator. Okay, slow down, market's still pushing. We're probably going to see some type of reversal here. Now, it might not fully reverse. It might just give a little and then make another move up and then kind of do what it needs to do. So you can't just think divergence is always going to reverse for you. You got to kind of play it as just a mean reversion opportunity. So let's bring this into right here. And, I might look for this type of play though. Divergence fib right here looks pretty saucy. So maybe some opportunity like this. This 50 EMA. Just a quick little 1-to-1. Something to eat off of. We'll see. Okay, ultimately bearish, lots of opportunities. If it comes down here though, first, I might have to buy that thing. Okay, all around, same thing all around, same thing all around. Didn't have it all marked off. Okay, the bond market. If this thing turns around, the whole shebang is gonna be over with. Wow, it's getting really damn close to this area that I need to mark red. And I mean, it's almost there and it probably will get there, but wow. The 2 year is at 4.1. Let's go to maybe the daily. And it's correcting. Once it gets back to the 50 EMA, I'm expecting another move up. Let's go to the 4 hour. It is probably right at that. It could make this move up at any point, which would bring everything back down. NFP might set this thing off. There was this bearish divergence right here that brought this back into the 50 EMA. And at this point, we're just correcting. The market is at a perfect ABC correction. It could start to move up. But the imbalance down here is what I want to see get filled first. This is probably going to make another move up. Let's see what the 10-year looks like. Yep, this looks very bullish to me. So I'm expecting bonds to keep going up. If this breaks lower, then we'll talk about bearish bonds. Bitcoin is too sideways to even really care about at this point, which is great because the more sideways it goes, the less attention it's going to bring. And that's what we really want to see ultimately. Let's go to the weekly. And we're still at this yearly point of control. Still got this crazy number down here. Oh man, good candle coming up. Good pattern right here, but it's just not a lot really doing. If you go to the daily, it's not really doing anything. It would need to really break above this 50 EMA and then ultimately break above this swing even. And I'm not seeing that happening. So it is above that yearly point of control, which is great. Just not a lot of volume with that move. So that doesn't confirm it. Let's go to the 4 hour. Yeah, just too sideways, guys. I would just wait on anything on this. If even maybe sell it when it gets right there. If you're brave. If it lines up with the indices and stuff, it's a good opportunity to short right there. Ethereum is still holding in this bullish area. I can't think it's gonna drop or pop. If it does this, that would be the best freaking opportunity to buy Ethereum I think I've ever seen in my life. But I have to wait for this. And then if it just does this and it gets up into here, I would probably think everything's gonna like kind of fail, and we might see a long-term one of these like within this. So not really much to say on the crypto market right now, to be honest. Sadly, it's just getting pretty sideways at this point, which is good. It is good, but there's not really anything to play it day trading wise. XRP, on the other hand, is the one that has been moving and is the one that we are in, the one that we have been talking about. Hopefully other people are in this with us, but yeah, this was a money shot again. First one we called was right here, and it tapped in right here. So technically this is the first trade we were in. We're in another one now as well. So this was the first one, and it was kind of a swing from here all the way. We're targeting 67 ultimately. And then, so that one's going, but then it made another impulse here. And we grabbed another entry off this 44 cents. We put our stop there. And this one's riding at 4-1 now. But this one we're looking to take all the way up here as well. So 15-1. And, you know, we've taken most of our profits off the table right here and just letting it ride out at this point. You know, these are risk-free. And just seeing if this wants to go. This one looks like the one that wants to move, so let's let it move, right? Let's see if anything else is on the table. No. Ooh, we got this. Let's look at this. What's going on? Let's look at some Forex really quick. So this could be the opportunity right here. Coming in on the dollar. Right there. I'm going to put an alert at the 78.6. Maybe. There we go. A little bit higher. All right, UCAD. I don't really trade UCAD, but I think it has an opportunity coming up. Seeing a drop coming in right off 1.37. So I'm just going to put an alert right here. Okay, I'm going to go kind of fast on these guys. UCHEF, I don't really want to trade, but you see that sniper. Let's go. UCHEF, I don't want to trade because of the CHF is pretty ugly. That's why. So listen, I don't have to really worry about that. Euro USD. This is going to be the, what did I just delete? This is going to be the opportunity 78.6 short. Yeah. So look, we had this fib right here and we rejected off of 78.6. We're going to keep that 78.6 fib there. Obviously, you can move this fib up here and play this one as well. I understand that. But right now, we're going to look at this. And then we're going to take it down to the lower time frames and play this fib here. And those 78.6s are pretty close. We're going to short off of the 15-minute one. And we're going to take it down here into this level. That's how I'm going to play it, at least. There is liquidity sitting, daily liquidity right here from the day before. So I like that. The only thing, you know, that kind of I see that might happen is it might make one more move up. Price would make one more move up. Momentum wouldn't kind of tap into this right here, which is some daily point of control, and then fall, you know, just because of news and shit. But I'm going to be playing that short most likely. Let me look at some other stuff. EA, I haven't really traded in forever. It's coming into a supply area though. 4-hour, not making the momentum shorts yet. So it probably has one more move up on EA unless it shorts off this zone up here, but I'm not going to be playing. EG was moving like a mug the other day. Let's see what it's doing now. Okay, we're tracing back into areas. When a market goes way up and then way down, I usually don't mess with it. So there's not a good read on EG right now at all. I wouldn't trade it. GU, on the other hand, like I said, this is kind of what I wanted to see earlier. So I probably will mess with this one and go ahead and accept if it is an L or not. But This one looks very similar to EU, shorting off the 78.6. And you know, if this is where the dollar is going to go up, then this is going to be a really nice potential play. I do understand that there's some equal highs right here, and that's unfortunate, but this could still be a nice little ABC wave to send this down tomorrow. GCAD. Oh, it has a amazing opportunity on a daily time frame when it comes back into this area. I did not know it did that. So yeah, when GCAD comes back down here, this will be a opportunity that I'll have to even take. That I don't even trade this pair. I would like set up my own account for this trade, to be honest. Okay, G Chef real quick. Same thing almost. Yeah, I think the pound might hella reverse, but it might take forever, and we're gonna have to find the pair that's gonna be paired against it to do the best. And I don't think that's GU, so might be one of these. Might be this one. Just let me know when those get back down there. All right. GA's probably, wow. Maybe it's GA. I haven't looked at these in a minute, but those really did that. Okay, that's just Wyckoff like heavy to me. Super like Wyckoff. They tested these lows down here to see if there was any more supply, and there wasn't. And so then they went ahead and bought a whole lot, and they've been buying all the way through right here. And so they slipped it through to test to see, nope, let's go. And so if it can come back, that's going to be a great trade. AU needs to break out, like I said, and it kind of is starting to maybe, but low volume breakout would be a fake out. So watch out for that. Oh, UJ is actually so sideways. I'm not messing with that. GJ has an opportunity on the 15-minute right here. Might be having to take this as well. So there is a good amount of opportunities tonight. Okay. Taking that down like that. That's an opportunity, definitely. Man, same thing here. Let me look at this daily first. Oh, this is in a swing zone as well. So I like EJ a lot. Let me see if GJ is in a swing. Yeah. I like these. I like these a lot. They're in swing zones. AJ, they're all in these swing areas, I think. So GJ and EJ I like a lot. I think I like EJ the most. Because GJ be tripping sometimes. They both look good. Gold, I'm not shorting gold yet. I'm gonna wait for the divergence. I already have it marked off on the other one, but I'll show you all on the spot price. This price, divergence fib, US 30 divergence fib. It's really the S&P is one I'm going to be messing with. Up there. Bitcoin, let's see what it looks like on the spot. Nothing. Just a bunch of nothing. Cool. Might be breaking out, but gotta watch out. It might be breaking out weirdly because I just feel like it might. The dollar would need to like sink in that case though, which would mean a lot of things would fail that I'm looking for. So, all right, there's a lot of setups, a lot of analysis. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens before NFP. During NFP, we might go live. We'll see what happens. But appreciate y'all for coming on. Y'all have a good one. Peace.